Alright, Chapter 18, Site Topography. When it comes to adding a site with a model with the Autodesk Revit, the architectural software equipped to take with the channel, the head with the making the Revit, the dependent with the Autodesk, AutoCAD, the Microsoft that provide with the real scenario. First site can be imported similar to the import plan with a detail. Fortunately, Revit that provided a tool ahead with the topographic surface to import with the CAD site with apply the site to Revit, splitting of the surface, creating subregions, adding site components, with adding building pads with a display, or with the adding property line, creating topographically by instant, creating a graded region. Adding a site to Revit is something easy, more difficult than importing a CAD file with a tackle star with the datum points, depending on the top surface the function Revit mass siting tab. Go to Chapter 5, 18 in the folder of the website objective to proceed with the topographical surface by choosing the datum points and elevations of the project in front of the site floor plan. Open it VG Visual Graphics. Annotation category tab, deselect callouts, elevation grade, match line, stairs, and section. Click OK. Mass site tabs, topo surface button shown figure 18.1. Options that bar set the elevation at 2 foot 6 inches with a negative, and the pick a patterns over the right over the building shown figure 18.2. With a place button, command still running elevation options at 1 foot 0 inches, 5 to 6 points, and a line similar. With a place point, command still running elevation option bar, 2 foot and third contour on left of the second shown figure 18.4. Finished surface with a green check mark, topographical surface property dialog box material field. Click the button top of the material with either word grass shown in the grass material appears with the search results window, the graphic table tab, change with the cut pattern to the earth, and click OK. 3D view, check your site. Alright, next, now let's see how you can modify a site after you create it. Deal with the fact with the ramps, easy entry for the buried up to the site. Modify topos for the because of the almost all of the modification topos for the you need to learn how to do so with the methods of the basics. Select the site with the edit. Always go over the procedure of the map of the topos with the allow with the ramps to land on the earth file with the go back to the site plan. Set visual style of the wireframe, visual of the west wing with the earth land with the curtain wall as shown in figure 18.6. Set the site that you may have found on the edge. Modify the topographic tab. Edit surface to top panel with the place button. The option bar with the elevation 0. Pick 5 points. Finish first. Surface pan with a click visual style realistic 3D view with a make sure to load correctly. Save model. Excellent. You get the hang of this now. You need to create some raised area with the small hills. We're eventually planning with a different material with a property and create small hill with the need of the site with a rise sharply on the new elevation. Achieve the split surface physically. Splitting the surface when your knee with a drastic change surface to elevation without influencing the rest of the site. You must split the surface to warning with the front with a deliberate with about when and when to do this because of the physically cutting a hole in the surface, adding a secondary top surface to the void. Although you are merging the surface back to and into some of the situations can be difficult to merge cleanly. Let's split the topo surface to create a smaller topo surface along with the project burst. Go to the site plan with mass siting plan with a display a surface button. Select the topo surface zoom in the corridor area links to the east and west wing shown figure 18.7. On draw panel, click the chart end radius arc button on the options chain toggle lines from perimeter set and then figure 18.7. Sketch the perimeter similar in 18.7. Click the finish edge model to have the new topograph surface. Can manipulate the surface influencing many topographic the ideal situation, creating bumps and berms, erasing the top surface the elevation 4 foot. You do this by placing the datum, medium, middle berm, and following the steps. Select with the new top form top surface shown figure 18.8. Edit surface button with the topographical tab on tool panels, place the button on the options to evaluate 4 foot 0 inch elevation field. Pick 4 points near the center of the hill. Click the finish surface to select the split surface again. In the property dialog box, change the material to earth. Deselect the topographically show the resemble the figure 18.9. Well, I think of that. You can see that what's going on. I'm working with tries to have the good kind of experience with taking the perplexing situations. Suppose the contour of the dip hills and intact. You only want to specify the new material subregion of the main topography. Is it palpable? Yes, it is. Creating some of the regions. Purpose of subregions to match two surfaces of the material with the chain with the elevation and lateral movement. It just reflect with the both regions. You need the ability to walk and make most roadways. You find the top surface of the subregion. Give yourself the freedom to manipulate the two different materials. Same datum benefit subregion full side with the remains if there is still one top surface is split with the surface every time you need a path roadway, your file size will bloat. Float. Following procedure, you create a walkway path from subregion. Following the site plan, zoom in the east entry passing site, move the subregion button. Click the view of the wireframe to start sketching away, drawing a region for the one shown for the 810 does not have to be exact. Image share of the parking area, some of the pedestrian access instead of the parking area, follow the building footprint, pick finish, editing mode. Material of the property dialog box, showing the material brick pavers, i.e. EAC materials listed lower panel, showing the view basic realistic 3D view, compare figures 1811. How did you do? And it's happy with the parking lot. Going back and redo it, shape it differently. Some missing with the parking lot, though. Perhaps actual parking spaces would be nice. Our parking island too would make parking lot stand out. Adding a site component. Revit does not different than adding a desk over the door with a component over the Revit concern with the learning with the component is hosted with a system component. For example, the inserted window needs a wall with the Revit. It won't allow the full transaction to occur. The Revit can host with the site with the component with the level, but it is bad to do so. That we add some component, you always want to host the component to actual topographically. In the procedural adding parking components relevant and planning Revit model for the following steps: the insert tab, load family buttons, parking, scrolling parking directory, site full load every the directive of the family already exists. The match of the parking space override with the existing version. Project browser, go to site plan view, control bar, visual cell, realistic massing and site tab. Click on the site components as in figure 1812. Type selector parking island, single size, 15 spaces per row. Property dialog box, parking width of 138 feet 8 inches. Parking island location similar to those shown in figure 1813. Now, notice that when you have pressed the spacebar or orientate component correctly, click modify. Select the parking component, select the edit button, modify site tab, both the curb and grass extrusion, property dialog box, edit button, visual graphic orders row, display 3D views menu, select R4 terms, click OK, load project button, override extension of the prominent your model resemble the figure 1813. Note that the island places the type of the parking spot with the M and the ADA disability driver required American Disability Act space for the sum of the general spacing from a long massing site, selecting parking component button, parking space at ADA 9 foot 18 inches, and place instant of the figure using spacebar, rotate it properly. Click the site component button, add parking space ADA as placed shown in figure 1814, ADA space ADA symbol north of the parking in island shown in figure 1815, add parking space 9 foot by 18 foot copy fill the island of the parking lot is somewhat complete, so let's add some trees and shrubs on site. Well, it looks better. Insert the load family button, browse the planning folders, select everything available, load in the model, override existing version, mass site tab, site component tab. Place trees and shrubs, parking islands on berm, created notice of the planning, all allows you to grade your site, be correct with a 3D view, check it out, shown in figure 1816. With all the contours, planning, and the place you need for the knock the small maintenance issue of the function will allow you to add contour label to the automatically great feature of the Revit architectural. Adding contour property to label will be covered nothing over the Revit architecture of the domain. You could take advantage of topographic surface with some smart, as well with the even contour line side of the smart with the objective of achieving examining some of the side with the through labels on the contour quick set of steps of the important nothingness of the area of the lower right hand corner model site panel is shown figure 1817 site settings dialog box opens field contains additional contours incremental panel change at 1 foot 0 inches to 6 inches. Click OK to notice the contours are tighter. Note that the contours placed with the label them and label the functions all allows you for the one shot. Also draw a line specifically aligning with the contours. Revit that allows the labels for the automatically steps that add the contour lines, massing site and labeled contours shown in figure 1818. Pick a point outside of the top surface label 1, figure 1818. Pick second point near the label 2, figure 1818. The second point with the contours labeled. Next, you need to address the situation arisen unknown. Being unnoticed to you, but never to define the area within which not where the earth is such that as in the basement will ever affect a section you have. You can place a padded display for the earth in the basement. Adding pads to displace earth. When you display for the volume mirror with the tool exclusive for the massing site tab of the placing building pad of the built model. You tell the Revit that you cut the earth away with the air with the tool, leaving the earth beneath a certain elevation. For example, if you want to remove the earth basement, but then when you're doing so, with the still need the earth to be beneath the basement, you must be place the building pad. The building pad is in the model following the project with going to T0 footing. Plan mass site building pad button shown in figure 1819. Project dialogues. Make sure the pad is current. Click the edit type. Click duplicate. Click call the pad footprint. Click OK. Alright, for structure, click Edit button, click thickness of 6 inches, click OK, height offset with a level of 6 inches, select offset 1 inch off the option bar wall to place for the outside foundation underneath the entire miles from the 1820 trim stretch lines if necessary. Click Finish Edit Mode. Project Browser OS corridor section may have the edge of the copied region footings. You can see the pad sitting over the top of the footing, extending past the wall shown in figure 1821. Select it, right click and select High View Elements. Go to the model site plan sighting arrow section, graphics area elevation and post base value 15 foot 0 inch. Click earth hatch from beneath the label area. Which pad placement can be rested at assure of the section showing where the earth this is supposed to be. The next item will cover with creating a property line. Most conventional drafting applications involve nothing more than adding a polyline around the site. Revit approach the same, but the property line can tell you much more about the boundary and casing. If you want to add property line, provide the total needs of the core of it, just adding with the dumb line with the model start with the property line command. Ask if you want to create with the property line, either the bearing of the distance, sketching the squid, the sketch converted with the bearing table after it has been placed. Add property line, file with the procedure with the brochure. Project browser, go to site floor plan, mass site, tab property line, shown figure 1822. Create property line dialog box appear with the create sketching option. Draw a sketch line on the perimeter of the sketch of the returning starting point, but do not click the property line. Click Finish Edit. Select the property line. Modify property line panel. Click Edit tab table button. Click Yes. If you do not want to continue dialog box, click the property line dialog box. Save the model. You now have the table D with the data with it can be modified to C with the fit with the property lines open. The option with the table to create a line with the close with the end to calculate the area. Next item in the powerful tool which comes to create with the Revit is nice whenever depending on CAD. Most of the topographical information will come from the CAD world. Revit has the by incident function with the facility of this procedure. Alright, creating a topo surface instance. With creating a topo surface instance, require the import CAD file into the topo surface command offers choice of the import instance with the right with the surface of Revit. To get started, you'd have to go to chapter 18 on the website and get that file. First thing you need to do is think of the coordinate with the right coordinate. Bring the file with the AutoCAD right with the how now with the place, and you can make consider the two things: the project base point with the AutoCAD survey point located. You know these two things can work logically. AutoCAD and Revit. The next set procedure of how to coordinate Revit site, AutoCAD site. Start the new Revit model. Go to site plan. Notice the two blue icons. Pick a window around them. Click the filter button. Deselect project base shown figure 1823. Click OK. Deselect blue paperclip shown figure 1824. Change the north-south to 200 foot, east-west to 200 foot. Click the survey point, internal link, location, weather site, dialog box, open site tab, duplicate button. Click new location site datum. OK. Click location tab, internet mapping service. Select location, Syracuse, New York, USA. You can use your own location. Click OK. Escape. Now let's save the project orientation. Rotate the site over the north, leaving the views oriented in project north. Let's do it. Property dialog box view. Change the orientation true north shown figure 1826. Property tab with the click position rotate true tab north is shown figure 1827. Pick noted survey point shown figure 1828. Pick second and 45 degree. And your site view with an now facing true north. All of the other views are project north. Next, important site with a CAD, the import instant with creative topo surface save with the model with the import site, a template with a project browser site plan that is already open. Open the insert with a click the link with the CAD button, browse the contours drawing file with the downloaded. Before clicking on the open colored black and white layers to all of the import units to feet, and also change the position auto by shared coordinates. Be sure the current view is only deselected. Make sure orient view is selected. Click open differing coordinate system for the project file dialog box. Open, click and close. Clicking existing coordinate choice or click OK. Your site should be positioned figure so in 1830. Because you didn't know the actual survey point of the site, but the AutoCAD gave you one of the obvious live of the grid. You can move the site with a specific point, creating a survey point with a native AutoCAD file along. So if the importer site, move the button, move the site position is shown figure 1831. Save the file dialog box asking you to share position. Save the file. Click save as a DWG. At the time, Revit surface contour is pretty easy with the masking site tab at the top. So serve the button top panel with the create form import instance shown figure 1830. Select the imported CAD file. Deselect layer 0 definition points, add points from selected layer dialog box. Click OK property dialog box, change material to grass. Click OK back to the model. Click find surface. Click 3D view topograph should look like figure 1833. That would be the difficult top surface to create entry entirely in the Revit. The next item we explore is how to grade surface of the yield airings for the cut and fill of the process. Straightforward. You're learning about the first learning project phasing. Alright, creating a graded region section of the chapter will focus on the cuts of the fill sites of the do not lower the raising point where they already exist in topographical problem already, then site we do not know which original existing, which part is new. A projected filing procedure move the site with the existing prepare with the grading site with a site plan VG, visual graphic dialog box, imported categories, select contours, drawing, click OK topo service, select topos with property dialog box, change phase created existing amazing site, create region button, next dialog box, create a new topo service exactly like existing one. Draw a selection window of the center of the site doing such a bunch of points as shown in figure 1834. Property dialog box, enter value 0 of elevation, finish surface, and then verify the site appears in similar to 1835. Select new grade surface notes of the properties. Get some of the value in the net, cut fill, save with the model, close it. This is quite a bit of information regarding sites. It's nice that Revit allows some of the level of manipulation would be handy with it if the Revit site of an application. I, for one, could see the value in that. Are you experienced? Now you can add a topographical surface to the site by using points. Create a topographical site in your site with the imported CAD file. Add site components. Split divide site topographically. Rotate project true north. Relocate project datums to elevation. Alright, Chapter 9, Rendering and Presentation.